it's Nurse J again at the third video of today. Trifecta, Trinity, Trilogy, Trilateral. No pun intended. So anyway, the three, mother, father, and son of a video. So anyway, we have been on the Trump train today. The genealogy pool, his famous ancestors, the oligarchy of today. Now, it's good if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, and you want to help the benefit of the people. That's great, so long as you are charitable and you help the humanity of the day. You're not greedy, because see, that's the reason why Atlantis fell. Long time ago, friends. And they were greedy and they were haughty, and Atlantis fell even 3 times, but the last was the done deal. So Thoth, in all of his wisdom, took to the roads high and low and gave the ancient civilizations the knowledge and wisdom. So anyway, where am I going with this? After all these bombshells that I've been laying today, I have to tell you, now with the Trump train, there has been, the German Third Reich. There has been a Scottish line. Through the MacLeod family. But really, where all does this go? The German and the Scottish line. The 1%ers of the world, the most wealthy, the oligarchy as we call them, they are individuals and they're few and far between. But you can always trace the roots back because they want to keep the money in the family. Royal supremacy. The genealogy that explores Trump ancestry is, rather than is more well known than his German. But we have both of those. In fact, he has told people that he was Swedish before. Now, if you didn't know, Hillary Clinton and Trump are cousins. Just like Trump and Obama, Hillary and Obama, Hillary and Kerry, yada, yada, yada. They're all. But who is the Mac Daddy of this genealogy pool? This stuff goes back way yonder. Like 2,000 years ago. You're like, Nurse J, the suspense is killing us. Where are you going with this? Why does all roads lead to Rome? Because it does. You see, America is the Roman Empire. And because we have gotten so haughty and greedy, and mankind is not taking care of Mother Earth is going to swallow us up. And she will kill if you are not on the loving vibration. She feels as this is a living entity. This is consciousness, people. And I'd rather not mess with Mother Earth because she is the creator and she is the destroyer. You choose what side you want to be on. But as Sekhmet, the goddess of Egypt, has both sides, it represents the woman aspect. The little kitty Bastet, or Sekhmet, the daughter of Ra. Make up your minds. It's okay. It's just a matter of time. Haven't you seen those maps that Noah, oh, isn't that funny, Noah, Noaa, about the splitting of the continent of North America into like 7 districts? You choose what to believe. Anyway, guys, the ancestry of Trump through the Scottish bloodline is no other than Aurelius Calpurnus Piso, pen name Josephus. You see, Josephus's father, like I've been trying to tell you, Gaius Calpurnus Piso, had a plot for Nero. Nero knew what he was doing. With all of these philosophers and writers, they wanted to make a new religion for Rome. And Nero wasn't going to have it. So he said, commit suicide. And he did. But he exiled little Joe to Syria. And so when they done away with Nero, and then we have Galba that took over, and Galba was very rich, but he was an elderly man, and so therefore he adopted another Piso eventually to be his successor. But Ortho, who was Galba's actual blood son, which, you know, was very minute in history, killed Galba, his own father, and took control of the Roman Empire. And then after that, a royal friend of Nero was thrust on to the throne when his supporters managed to kill Otho. Using an alias, Royal Arthurs, after Nero's time, recorded that when Marcus Antonius Primus had killed Vitella, that individual was none other than Aurelius Calpurnus Piso, Josephus himself, when he quickly got his own grand uncle, T. Flavius Vespasian, installed as emperor. Pliny the Younger was in the Piso family. He was the foster brother of Josephus, and he was adopted son of Aurelius Piso's uncle, Lucius Piso, his father's brother. You see, after Josephus's father committed suicide, his brother Lucius Piso married Josephus's mother. Kind of a twist. But that's what they did to keep the family line going. And they had to save the wealth of the empire. So Lucius Piso stepped up and married her, bringing with him Pliny the Younger, who already had a close relationship with Josephus. And these two, Josephus and Pliny, had studied and lived at Lucius Piso's villa at the Herculaneum, you know, located at the Mount Vesuvius. And then the Herculaneum was burned in the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79, along with its sister city Pompeii. And it was Pliny the Younger's uncle, Pliny the Elder, that died. He was trying to save people and get people out from the ash. Sounds like he was a good man, right? What the hell happened to Pliny the Younger? So the world has transpired and has changed, and that we see for ourselves that the first century has left us in the mess it has from the beginning. The age of freaking Pisces. And see, I'm a Pisces on the zodiac. Pisces was in the dark. But this Piscean is out of darkness, and I am the light, and I shine through the dark. You have to go through the dark to see the light. And the universal consciousness takes you on a journey. And you yourself have to be wise enough to see through it, outweigh it, come through unscathed, mind, body, and soul. We need to break free of that world that was created for us in the first century. This is a must, and the time is now. The time is to break free from the Roman Catholic Church and the Roman Catholic Empire. Not only that, the Jesuit Empire. Let's don't forget the Spanish Crusades, the Inquisitions. You know, Spain and Italy hate each other. Borgias. During Pope Alexander VI, Cesare Borgia's father, Rodrigo, instituted the Crusades. Let's don't be fooled, friends. Let's don't be fooled. Among the ancestors of Donald Trump are Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Emperor Lucius Verus, Constantine, Charlemagne, Kings Edward I, II, and III of England on the Scottish side. It all stems down from Josephus, because through Josephus, his son, Justus, married Faustina, and Julius married Domitilla, and they had Marcus Aurelius. So, how do you like the fact that Donald Trump is from Aries, Calpurnus, Piso, and through his son, Julius Calpurnus Piso, they had the son Marcus Aurelius. And so you go down all the way, and this is where the Scottish started coming in through the MacLeod family. And that is, looked like the MacLeod family started intertwining in 1757. Because it looks like Mary Mackay And Scotland married Angus MacLeod in 57. And within that union, they had Donald MacLeod that married Margaret Cameron, and that they had Catherine MacLeod, and she married William. And then it just goes down, and then where it says Mary Ann MacLeod and Frederick Christ Trump had Donald. And Donald was born June the 14th of 1946. Also, Melania Trump's father was a communist. I don't know if you knew that or not. So, her father was a communist. So she had to be around that kind of life and see her father do that. And she has a sister. And also, Donald Trump comes from the bloodline of Pope Leo X through Josephus. And Pope Leo X says, "Oh, haven't we made so much money off the fable of Christ?" That has been documented in an autobiography of Christian, I think it was Christian Hell or Christian Bell, that was from Kent, England. And he knew the Pope personally and knew about all the sexual things that were going on in the Vatican, the money issues, the lying, the conniving, the homosexuality, the brothels. I mean, you name it. And he wrote about it. But, that's not going to be talked about too much. So why are these things not coming out? There is something in the Emerald Tablets. And if I can get to it, I can't remember if it was in tablet 5 or 8. Goodness, where is it, Thoth? I have to go by Thoth's teachings because I don't do well with man's. Where is it? Come on, Thoth. Well, I guess I'm going to have to paraphrase it, really? He's talking about Atlantis. That basically Atlantis will rise again. To where perfection and truth come back. That when men fight against their brother and their father, and weaponry are used, whether you believe in gods, goddesses, or not, whatever is out there in the universe, I do believe there has got to be some credibility to these stories. I mean, because why have we been given from the beginning of time about these entities, but they're different names? There's got to be something of relevance. Atlantis will rise again. The poles will shift. Magma will spew out of volcanoes. Tides will rise. And don't you think that these people know about this? Don't you see movies that show New York underwater? Intelligence, consciousness, aliens, divine goddesses and gods. Doesn't matter to me. But I do know that Thoth is the god of wisdom and knowledge. Tahuti. That out of his mouth Ra speaks. He's taken many shapes and forms through the cycles of time. And guys, it's just a matter of time. I know this video kind of took some twists and turns, and that's okay because not everything is perfect. But what comes out of my mouth must come from a divine source that comes through my brain, that comes out of my mouth. There's always a reason. There's always a purpose for a given time. And the time is now. The time is now to listen and take heed and come out of the slumber, come out of the amnesia, come out of the lies. Don't watch TV. Don't watch the news. Sit in silence. Get you some crystals. Let your crystals filter your water if you don't have a purification system. So anyway, guys, I didn't mean to go off on a rabbit trail, but I hope you have learned some things that I have brought to the table today. I do believe this is going to be my last video. And all week next week, I'll be out of town, going and seeing my son in Dallas and his wife and child. And they are truth seekers. And they are enlightened. So I know it's going to be an enlightening week. So send out good vibrations on my travels. And if I don't come on my videos before Thanksgiving, have a wonderful time with family. But also remember that the Europeans slaughtered the Indians by the thousands and millions. Give reverence to the Indians that saved your ass and your ancestors' ass. Hotep and Ashe, and we shall be back whenever it's time. Have a great day. Goodbye, friends.